Welcome, one and everyone, to this week's episode of Scotch and Smoke Rings. I am, of course, your neighborhood-friendly Oxhorn, with the suspender set to maximum stun. And it sounds like I've got an echo going on here, so I'm going to go and hunt it down. But while I'm hunting down this horrendous echo, there we go, and I found it. I just want to say that today is going to be a fantastic episode, for many of the reasons that it is always a fantastic episode, and yet for other reasons that are new, unique to this particular airing of Scotch and Smoke Rings. I am here, of course, with Kevin, and we are going to have a fantastic time. Durzakill is here, and he says, "Welcome, my friend. I have a treat for you. If it's bacon, I'm going to be fine. He might be upset, but he'll live through it. I'm also open to treats of other kinds." Autumn says that the picture quality is amazing. Good. Thank goodness. I've got it streaming at like 960 something or other. Well, we've got a great show. First of all, before I get started into anything, I don't know if you guys are following me on Facebook, but I have been uploading Instagram videos throughout the day. And I got a slew of boxes through the mail a few days ago. I don't know why they all came at once. Maybe it has something to do with my birthday, which is tomorrow. But I got a whole bunch of packages from you guys, and they were amazing. So I uploaded videos of myself opening all the packages. And I'm going to be smoking one of the cigars I got. This is a CNC Maduro cigar, which I believe was sent by either Todd or Evan. I'm thinking it was Todd. They both sent me cigars, so it's hard for me to remember. I think this was from Todd, I'm not sure. But anyway, look at this thing. It's stout. It is a stout cigar. It's got a very large gauge. Look at that. That is a massive Churchill. It's longer than my hand. I'm really going to be enjoying smoking this little number. Asiko says, "My birthday's in 3 days." Well, happy preemptive birthday to you, good sir. Ninja Kamala says, "I just had my 30th 2 days ago. Happy birthday to you as well. I'm going to be turning 32. 32! I am ancient! I am an old fogey. If I go like this, you can see all the gray beard hairs that are starting to accumulate behind my right ear. I'm just getting old and ancient. I just don't know what's going on here. Age is a horrendous thing. And yet with it comes such wisdom. So I can't really call it horrendous. William Moore says, "Thank the almighty thrall, Ox has returned." I am here. I haven't gone anywhere. Every Thursday night I am sitting right in this chair to entertain you and the masses. Sweet One Mangum says, "I'm new here. Can you pop a smoke heart to me?" I could. I usually wait for extravagant things like that until the end of the show. So if you stick around for about an hour, the show just started. You haven't missed anything. If you stick around for an hour, I'm happy to do smoke ships, smoke hearts. So stay for the show. You guys are going to enjoy yourselves. But today I'm smoking my CNC Maduro. Let's cut this fine sucker with my guillotine. Wow. Did you see how easily this cut through there? That's exactly what you want to see. You don't want to have to squeeze it and crush your cigar in the process. Now that is nice. Alright, let's get our matches out. Got a few left. Oh, also I'm using a new wax. Hair Gum Strong. This is the mustache wax that I'm using today. It's actually not designed to be a mustache wax. It's designed to be pomade, but it works. Although it's kind of falling down in the corner here. So I better start blowing smoke rings while I can before my mustache falls over my mouth and I'm unable to. But first, before we get to that, William Moore says, "Did Ox write a book?" Indeed he did. It's called The Tale of Cloran Hastings. This is my fantasy novel, my young adult swashbuckling fantasy adventure. Look how thick that baby is. It is hardcover. It is amazing. You will love it. CloranHastings.com to find out more about my novel. But now we gotta light a cigar. This is not a cigar. Feather Taster says, greetings, Oxhorn. Well, greetings back at you, Feather Taster. 550, we say Scotch, indeed, Scotch. It's a nice temperature today in Seattle, so I don't have any of my fans on, which of course means I'm able to blow great smoke rings, although the match didn't quite cut it. And the lighter's running out of butane. Let's even this up just a little bit. I don't want any hot spots. I want it to burn evenly. There we go. Having fun and doing well. Shawarma is here and he screams, which is probably quite suitable. We have a lot I want to show you guys. So I got a whole bunch of packages. And Shawarma, I've been enjoying your package all week. So I've finished the other box of these. I'm on the third box of these. He sent me 3 boxes of these. And these are called Phillies Blunts. They're tiny little cigars. Look, I'll pull one out for you. And they're individually wrapped. You know a cigar isn't necessarily a top-tier cigar when it has its own hermetically sealed individual wrapper. That doesn't necessarily mean it's bad, but as Shawarma told me in his wonderful letter to me, this is a working man's cigar. And we all know that the last thing I am is a working man. Come on, right? My fingernails are too clean. I kid. But these, I've actually really been enjoying these all week. Shawarma sent me a really nice letter. I have it in my stack. I think that's the first time I've actually said I've had it in my stack. That's a Limbaugh saying. Where is it? Yeah, right here. I can't repeat this one because he told me not to. It's a very, very nice letter. But he said I could share with you this letter that he wrote me. Dear Oxhorn, here is some cigar for you and a pretty Pixor Shawarma. P.S. Did you really write a book? Yes, I did write a book called The Tale of Florian Hastings. By the way, the rest of his wonderful letter for me was written like this as well. That's just the way he naturally writes. So let's not make fun of the elderly, okay? He's actually not that old. He's only a few years older than me. So thank you, Shawarma. Your gift was amazing. I really, really, really enjoyed everything you sent me. And then I got another gift from Evan, and he sent me a cigar. By the way, I think Shawarma sent me the really long one. That's back in my humidor, and I'm going to smoke that next week. Today I'm smoking this one, which I think is from Evan, and it's the CNC. ThunderGod91 says, Brandon, how does the wax hold on you on a hot day? Does the wax melt like Clubman does? Well, it's getting a little hot in this room, and it's starting to fall a little bit. So, yeah, it's getting kind of hot, and the wax is starting to fall. So I'm going to go ahead and say that it's not quite as strong as the hairspray that I have been using. But it's doing all right. So Evan sent me a copy of his novel. He wrote his own novel and published it himself. It's called Warrior's Legacy by Evan Huker. I believe I'm pronouncing that right. I hope I'm not mispronouncing that. But there is a photo of the fine chap. At such a young age to have accomplished so much. He sent me a copy of his novel. I look forward to reading it. Thank you very much. He also sent me a nice letter. He revised the prologue so that I could read it. And then, of course, that cigar. So thank you for that. And then I got this from a fine fan named Camille. It's called Abraham's Beard Shampoo. Right? I've been enjoying it. He gave me one so that I could promote it on my shop. If you go to growabeardnow.com, which is of course my beard website, you can buy your own version of Abraham's Beard Shampoo. But so far I really like it. You know? It's not like game-changing or anything. My beard doesn't suddenly turn into gold and sprout wings so that I can fly away. But it does smell very nice, and it gets it clean. So, Abraham's Beard Shampoo, I've been enjoying it. So thank you, everybody, for all of your wonderful gifts. The only one I saw in here is Shawarma. Shawarma says, so it's not the Gigantor, that's a CNC too. This is the one I'm smoking today. You sent me a really, really large cigar. The cigar Shawarma sent me is like out to here. And I'm saving that for next week. I figured I'd go with this one for this week. Smoke rings are so much easier when I don't have a breeze. I'm just saying. Durzakill says, making fun of the elderly. How ungentlemanly. Durzakill, it's okay because he's not really elderly. Don't get me wrong, he is ancient, but I wouldn't say he's elderly. Anyway, good guy, that guy. William Moore says, dear Oxhorn, in a time of YOLO this and swag that, it's great to have a shining beacon of classiness. Well, good sir, I do try to counteract the forces of evil in this generation known as YOLO and swag. So that's why I'm coming up with my own catchphrase, Yobo. You only beard once. So, the next time your little teenage friends go, YOLO, YOLO, go Yobo. Yobo. I make trends. That's what I do. Stuff searches like, hashtag Yobo. Great, it's going to go wild on Twitter now. Everyone's going to be like, Yobo. Tom108 says, can you take the hat off? No, I can't because it is actually part of my head. Other people grow hair, and that's fine. But I grow straight class out of my follicles. These follicles and these follicles. But, ThunderGod91 says, Brandon, my boss made me cut my beard. Oh, that is just heart-crushing. You, sir, have the wrong job. I'm sorry, that is just like... I mean, could you imagine a fellow going up to a woman and saying, Madam, your hair is too long. You need to cut your hair, or you cannot work here. That would be like a lawsuit, right? Or going up to a woman and saying, I'm sorry, but there are too many zebra stripes on your fingernails. Please restrain yourself. Right? Of course that would never happen. And yet when it comes to beards, oh, we want to be professional. Anyway, I am drinking some amazing scotch today. This was another gift by David Cross. He sent me a tidy sum via PayPal. That's right, if you want to donate to this show, there's a button below you, whether you're on Twitch TV or scotchandsmokerings.com, that says donate via PayPal. And I left the field blank so you can donate as little or as much as you want, but they all go to my cigar and scotch fund, which of course perpetuates this fine bit of class. Anyway, David gave me enough money so that I could buy this wonderful 12-year-old bottle of Glenfiddich. And so we are going to be enjoying a not skyrocketing top shelf scotch, but certainly a top of the middle shelf scotch. Anyway, it's a good scotch. It's 12 years old. Oh, can't go wrong with Glenfiddich. So nice. Rollins is top of the middle shelf. Yeah, well, that's what happens. Durzakill says, I am my own boss. My jet black beard is grand and classy. Good for you, sir. Laura Worthman says, hey, my boyfriend told me to tell you that he's growing a massive beard. Lamau. Well, good on him. I hope he enjoys it. You know what? If you're growing a beard or you want to show off the progress of your beard, Send me photos of your beard, whether it's a budding beard or a manly, classy beard like the one you see here. I've got a website called growabeardnow.com, all one word, and I will showcase your amazing beard on that website. That's right, we can have a gallery of fan-grown beards. If you would like to send me yours, you can email me at brandon@oxhorn.com. Kutix says, do you ever drink on the rocks, or do you hate how it waters it down? I will sometimes enjoy a gentlemanly beverage on the rocks if I'm wanting something really nice and cold, just to cool me down during the day. But you're right, when it comes to enjoying a peaty scotch like Glenfiddich, you really don't want to water it down too much because that robs it of its natural campfire flavor, which I don't want to do. So that's why I'm not drinking it on the rocks today. Still able to do the smoke rings before I lose my pent-up mustache. All right, lots of great comments today. Everybody's going, wow, this is excellent. I love to see the chatting. Gobreath says fan art. Excellent question. It's time for fan art, and you guys submitted a lot. So for those who don't know, we do show off fan art during the show, and it's fan-made fan art. That's the name fan art. Otherwise, it would be self-art. But people submit them through my Scotch and Smoke Rings group. It's a public group on Facebook. Anyone can join it, and you can upload your fan art that way. I'm going to show some off. Jersey Kill says, how is that cigar, my friend? It's very nice. Shawarma says, I had fan art on my letter, but he didn't point it out. Look! I held it up for all to see. Here, I'll hold it really close. You see that guy right there? That's right. That is yours truly. Puffing on them smoke rings. Look at the craftsmanship that went into that amazing piece of art. So, in 100 years, when I am long gone, and all that's left are these vestiges of film floating around on the internet, the Smithsonian will be banging down the doors of fans saying, where is that piece of fan art from Shawarma that had the cartoon in the corner? We want to put that on display in our gallery. And whoever owns this piece of paper will be a newly minted millionaire. How do I know this? I happen to know the future when it comes to certain things. That's just the way these things go. Does it have a peculiar taste, says Durzakill. Should it? It shouldn't. I just cut it, and it was in a wrapper, and it was delicious. No, it smells fine. It smells fine. And it blows smoke rings amazingly. So yeah. Nothing wrong with that. Alright, where was I? Autumn says Scotch. Yes, I do have some Scotch. It's right here. It's my 12-year-old Glenfiddich. It's fantastic. Fan art, right. I keep getting distracted by looking at the chat. Alright, fan art, fan art, fan art. I have a lot of fan art. Let's see if I can get it on screen for you all. There's a Kill asks, does it have a peculiar taste like a wine or a beer taste? Sorry, when it comes to my sense of smell and my sense of taste, it's very muted because I can't smell very well. That's right. I have a handicap. I prefer to think of it as my superpower. I cannot smell or taste very well. So the subtle nuances of this amazing piece of consumable are lost on me. However, I am able to detect all the things that matter, and that's the smoke. Very nice. Very nice. All right, fan art. Let's see here. Turning off that, turning on that, turning off that, turning on that. There we go. That's a little better. There we go. You have to have me on the screen. I mean, what kind of show is it that doesn't have me on the screen? Right, this was sent by Soloma, and it says, Red Snapper. Well, at least they did sell Red Snapper. Red Snapper, hot meats and veggies. No trespassing, windows boarded up. Would you get your Red Snapper from this establishment? I don't think I would buy my Red Snapper from here, but a Warlord Gorchuk might. Red Snapper. Very tasty Red Snapper. This one was submitted by Ghoulbreath, and this is hilarious. Here, let me, there you go. You can see the full majesty of it. It says, so here is the engineer from Team Fortress 2 up at the top says, uh-oh, which of these guys is waving at me? And here we have Staghorn, Oxhorn, and I don't know who that is right there in the middle, but they're waving. And then here's the engineer saying, I'll just wave. Oh, he says, which one of these guys is waving at me? And then the engineer says, I'll just wave back and pretend I'm waving at each person individually. Very, very true. My characters do tend to wave a lot. So thank you for that one. Here is one submitted by Eric, a.k.a. Doomageddon. And we have Ghost Crawler announced a new class coming to World of Warcraft. Could it be one of these two classes below? Witch Doctor and Bard. So that's a question for the community. Do you think that we are going to be getting Witch Doctors or Bards to World of Warcraft? Shawarma says, you know, I'm surprised you liked the chocolates after your comments about sweetened liquors. You know what? That's the funny thing. These don't taste like chocolate to me. So I actually finished the grape-flavored ones you sent me. He sent me a bunch of these little ones. These were the grape-flavored ones. I couldn't taste the grape. These were the chocolate-flavored ones. I couldn't taste the chocolate. It just tasted like cigar to me. That is how numb my sense of smell and taste is/are. So, anyway, thank you for that one, Eric. Moving on to the next one. Looks like it's the same one. I must have opened it twice. Here we go. This one is submitted by Autumn. And it says, so I created this and was thinking of adding words to it, but I think it speaks for itself. Warlord Gorchuk, Red Snapper, and then, of course, Oxhorn from the movie Red Snapper. That's right. That seems to be a theme. Everybody's telling me I need to eat fish, apparently. So this is a photo from 2 weeks ago when the very talented Greg Hartung, who apparently looks like McLovin from Superbad, came and visited me. Here he is in his classy getup. This was right after we shot the show. Look at this amazingly classy individual. He's got his plaid shirt, he's got his suspenders, even rocking the fedora. And he's tall. Look at how much taller he is than me. I have to say, my height is probably not one of my strongest suits. Classy individual. Thank you so much for coming, Greg. And this one was altered by Autumn. So let me know if you think this is an improvement. Here, let me zoom in. If it'll allow me. Yeah, there you go. So Autumn decided to take my beard and paste it on top of Greg. It's a copy-paste of beard. Right? The people who make the next series of trendy keyboards are going to remove Control-V and replace it with Control-Beard. Because that's exactly what she did here. I have to say, it's pretty much an improvement. So thank you for that one. Here we have a scene from Superbad where we get to learn about McLovin, who apparently is Greg Hartung incognito. How old are you, McLovin? Says the police officer. Old enough, says McLovin. Old enough for what? Says the police officer. To party, says McLovin. Yeah, that's pretty much Greg Hartung's character right there. Here's a nice one by Gary Clements, and it says, if your work asks you to shave, tell them it's against your religion. Right? Right, Thunder God? Listen up. If they ask what religion, tell them, man. The religion of man forbids me from shaving my beard. I like that. That's a good one. Thank you for that one, Gary. Thank you for that one. This next one up here is from Carl, and he says, beards, they change everything. Same actor, different movie. One beard, one lack of beard. You tell me which one has the most gravity. And then this, I forget who this was submitted by. It's on the Scotch and Smoke Ring Scoop. But here we have some White and Mackie 40-year-old Scotch. This bottle of Scotch is older than me, and you see how much it is? 700 pounds for one bottle of Scotch. Can you believe that? I don't even know. It looks delicious. Oh, and apparently it's whiskey, not Scotch. Then there was this, submitted by Doomageddon. It says, The Alliance Exterminators. Apparently, these are his exterminators. They are in World of Warcraft to fill the void left by the retirement of the Panda Exterminator and Lieutenant Colonel Virtue. Doomageddon acquires a new pet called Deathfrost, and with his trusty assistant Ecclesia, promises to make the lives of the Alliance, ninja looters, beggars, pandas, hippie elves, and gold farmers everywhere a living heck. Thank you for that. Thank you for that one. And that is something that we will be dealing with later in the program. That's right. I've got a new game to play for everybody on Oxhorn.com. I hope you enjoy it, but we will get to that later. So thank you all for the fan art. Great artistic abilities as always. Gort is in the chat. Good to see you, Gort. I wish you were up here. You're missing our amazing Seattle summer. And he says, I think Oxhorn is about 6'2". Yeah, that would put Greg Hartung at about a giant size, right? If I was 6'2", Greg Hartung would be like the next NBA basketball player. Just saying. Greg Hartung is in the chat. Good to see you, Greg. You are now famous on this show. Everyone loved having you here. And he says, I just uploaded a piece of fan art to the page. Would you mind showing it off? Not at all. Let me go ahead and pull it on up here. Man, you're so late. Wait! What? What is this? Greg? Oh my gosh. Alright, here we go. I gotta show it to you. So, apparently, our intrepid Mr. Hartung. Yeah, here's a pic of me, as some of you requested, cosplaying as Greed the Avicarius from Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, which you have to watch on Netflix, by the way, Ox, at MetroCon. I have to admit, it's a fairly good likeness, I'd say. I love those glasses. Those are great glasses. Wait a minute. Those are my glasses. I have those glasses. Nicely done there, Greg. I have to congratulate you on that. Right? Do you think these fit? Are these a good welcome change? Or should I only wear these when I'm reading rap lyrics while wearing a confused expression? Yeah? Rap lyrics? Okay. Well, speaking of which, I have a new poll up on the Scotch and Smoke Rings Facebook group. I'm taking a poll for which rap you would like me to perform later in the program. I forgot my bling. Doggone it, where's my bling? I should get one of those mustache necklaces, right? And that could be my bling during this segment. Rolling in the hood with my mustache or something, I don't know. But yeah, so that's coming up. Go ahead and vote on the rap you would like me to perform, and we can do that later in the program. Little Timmy says, no rap. Stop, please. I'm sorry, my friend. This was back by popular request. I used to have the segment, reading rap lyrics while wearing a confused expression. And then my brother Brian nixed it, because he was a regular co-host here for a long time. And he said, Brandon, that is too embarrassing. We will no longer do that. I'm like, all right. But then the fans came back, and they said, we must have this segment. We miss it. Scotch and Smoke Rings is not the same without reading rap lyrics while wearing a confused expression. So the segment is back, and we will have a good time later. Mavikox says, there is no way. Oxhorn, you're the reason I started playing World of Warcraft. My friend, you guys are the reason that I continued to make my movies. So I'm so glad that you are here. Thank you very much for coming to my episode this week. Grimax says, I agree with Thunder God. Those glasses make him look like Ozzy meets ZZ Top. William Moore says, by the way, where is Beanstalk, Oxhorn? He is probably working tonight. Yeah, he had to work late. That's why he's not here. The One Real Gamer says, Dear Ox, since, spoiler alert, happened towards the end of your final movie? What became of, spoiler alert. Well, I would like to answer your question live, but it would be a spoiler alert, so I can't. But just to let you know that, look, if you waited to the very, 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 very end of the episode, you noticed a certain special someone doing a certain special activity with the article in question, which caused the rift, so to speak, that happened in the plot climax of the movie, right? If he could do it, who else could do it? Maybe a certain special someone and her certain special someones? Maybe? Zapnos says, Oxhorn, is there any chance that you will be going to BlizzCon this year? I would love to go to BlizzCon this year. I have been to every single BlizzCon since 2005. But sadly this year, my work schedule does not allow me to go to BlizzCon. I'm going to Amsterdam, and then I'm going to Santiago, Chile, and then I'm going to Wyoming, and then I'm going to somewhere else in Washington State. I'm doing a lot of travel during the fall, so sadly I can't go to BlizzCon. But I hope that all of you can stay classy for me while you're there and raise the class factor of BlizzCon in my absence. Goldbreath says, Ox, as silly as the question is, would you consider flying out to Boston for PAX East this year? If someone sends me a plane ticket and puts me up in a hotel room and buys me 15 cigars, then maybe. Then maybe. Asiko says, Oxhorn, you just need to tell your boss, Yobo. You do only beard once, so. Alright, Goldbreath says that he just added another fan art. Whether I check it out this week or next, I don't care, but I found it very funny. Alright, thank you very much. I'll show it off next week, ladies and gentlemen. You got to get your fan art in before the show starts so I can show it off. I'm not going to keep alt-tabbing back and forth. But I'm so glad that you continue to make more fan art, so I will show it off next week. Zogger says, how are your lungs? Pink and meaty, I imagine. I don't really spend a lot of time looking at them. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, this show is flying by. It's already 7:30. What is going on with the time? Time for don'ts for husbands and don'ts for wives. And then we're going to go into reading our lyrics or wearing a confused expression. And if we have time later, we will, of course, play a new game on Oxhorn.com. I added a new free flash game to Oxhorn.com that you all can play, and I really enjoyed it, and we'll see what happens there. So, don'ts for wives. This is wisdom from 1913, written by a member of the fairer sex. And she says, don't have your husband's den turned upside down once a week, and everything put back into a different place. When the necessary amount of sweeping and dusting has been done, replace everything as nearly as possible in the position in which he left it, even if it is not quite tidy. You can be tidy in your own part of the house to make up for it. So, we're learning a lot about male-female relationships here. Women, clean your husband's stuff, but don't mess up his stuff. That's what it says, right? That's what it says. I didn't write it. I'm just reading it. Next. Don't be afraid of soiling your hands if it's necessary. Women, you gotta work harder, right? Don't be afraid of soiling your hands if it be necessary. There is nothing undignified about housework, and if circumstances make it necessary or advisable for you to do it to the very best of your ability. Besides, it's a good thing to be able to feel that you never expect anything of your servants that you couldn't do for yourself if it were expedient. Because we all have servants, as you well know. One more, then we move on to don'ts for husbands. Ladies, don't permit yourself to forget for a single instant that nothing is more annoying to a tired man than the sight of a half-finished laundry work. The remotest hint in your home of a washing day is like a red flag to a bull. Just gonna let that one marinate a bit. It's actually good advice. What can I say? Sage wisdom from better days. Big Stacks 2 says, aha, I'm finally here in mobile. Wait, is that the Big Stacks 2 who used to come here all the time and hasn't been here in ages? Big Stacks, I'm so glad that you're here. Long time no see. Zapnos says, will you still be uploading videos to your other YouTube channel, Classy Man I Am, such as life updates or vlogs? Absolutely. I upload all of my episodes to Classy Man I Am of Scotch and Smoke Rings, and I also upload other videos that I shoot throughout the day. Alright, don'ts for husbands on children. Don't say anything to your children that may tend in any way to lower their estimation of their mother. Good advice. Don't let your wife devote herself so exclusively to the children that you are left out in the cold. She doesn't put you there on purpose, but you must show her that you are still her husband and lover. Oh. And expect to be treated as such. Alright, gentlemen, be sure to put your foot down when necessary. 1913, by the way, 1913. Don't think it a nuisance when your boys or girls want to help in their studies, or want your help in their studies. Give it to them pleasantly if you are able to do it at all. If not, say so. Alright. Don't always say, ask your mother, when you don't want to be bothered. It is conceivable that she doesn't want to be bothered either. Hey! It's actually good advice. Oh, here we are. Esmer in chat says, kids, listen to your mother. Lol. Predicted it right there. Don't say, that's not in my line, when your wife asks your advice about the children. It ought to be in your line. Basically, if your wife asks you advice about the kids, don't throw your hands up in the air and say, I don't know, or I wasn't trained to do that. You're a dad. It's your duty now. One more, then we move on. Don't say always that you are too tired to play with your children. They want to feel that they have a father as well as a mother. That's actually great advice. This chapter on kids so far is hitting every nail on the head. Because everybody here has kids, right? Hey, I have a newborn baby son, so it's pertinent to me. William Moore says, I heard that NASA scanned Oxhorn's beard. It was over 9,000. I can't deny that. I'm not about lies here. Oh! I already lost my ash. Mr. 8-Ball says, my laptop literally lagged me to Twitch TV. I sure hope that doesn't mean that you weren't able to watch it from scotchandsmokerings.com. I've taken great strides to make that website load very quickly. And I would be very put out if I found out that it wasn't loading quickly. Time to relight the stogie. Gosh, we've got 20 minutes left in the show, and I'm not even done with this. But you know what? Maybe I can make the show go longer today. I'm gonna have to, because longer cigar equals longer show. That's the way it's gonna have to work. Ninja of WoW says, wait, Oxhorn wrote a lengthy tome? Indeed I did! I wrote this novel before you, The Tale of Cloran Hastings, available for a low, low price from many online retailers. Go to cloranhastings.com for more information if you, too, would like to lose yourself in a world of swashbuckling, sea-time adventure. And donate using PayPal. Okay, I'm not going to be that guy. Sorry, I'm trying. Yeah, they say no one else will sell you. You can only sell yourself. A video went viral a few days ago of a gentleman on, it was either Instagram or Vine, blowing a whole bunch of smoke rings. And the only reason I know about this video is not because I'm on Instagram or Vine. It's because everybody who is on Instagram and Vine sent me that video. I got like a dozen emails from people and Facebook messages saying, Oxhorn, check this out. It's like all of these smoke rings. I was pretty blown away. It was really impressive. I don't have it to show you, I'm sorry. But now I feel just sort of inadequate, right? I've got this amazing cigar. I'm blowing great smoke rings, but I'm not blowing 30 great smoke rings, all with one puff of smoke. So I guess I have some work to do. Lar Worthman says, my buff just went googly-eyed watching your smoke rings. And then she does a googly eye. All right, let's see if I can make a googly eye with smoke rings. Almost, right? It kind of went sideways. William Moore says, just stay calm and yobo. That's right. Yobo. Yobo. Lost it. Reading rap lyrics while wearing a confused expression? Indeed! It is time for rap lyrics. Now, this is a surprise even for me. I don't know which ones you guys chose. So, let me pull up the old Facebook machine and see what on earth we got here. Alright, what did you guys want me to do today? Goldbreath, I see your fan art for next week. I'm laughing. Nicely done. Alright. Wow, we have a lot of suggestions today, but a clear winner. So here are the suggestions that you all wanted to hear. There's Kwarashi by Stun Gun. The Lucky Do Rap by Wow Krendor. That's actually a really good one. Switch by Will Smith. Milkshake by Kellis. And then Drop It Like It's Hot by Snoop Dogg. And that's the one that won with 11 votes. So, time to read Drop It Like It's Hot by Snoop Dogg. Just for the record, I have never heard this song before. I live in a different world. And therefore, every time I do this segment of the show, I am going out of my comfort zone and visiting alien lands. Pretty much. All right. Let's see. Ooh, it's a long one. Oh, dear. I might not be able to do the whole song because even I have my limits. Right, ladies and gentlemen. For today's segment of reading rap lyrics while wearing a confused expression, we have Drop It Like It's Hot by Snoop Dogg. Cigar in my mouth. Snoop! Snoop! When the pimp's in the crib, ma. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. When the pigs try to get ya. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. No, it's park it like it's hot. Park it like it's hot. Park it like it's hot. Okay. If a bloita get an attitude. Oh, wait, no, he said get a attitude. That's right. He doesn't understand the word N and vowel structure. Anyway, pop it like it's hot. Pop it like it's hot. Pop it like it's hot. Pop it? Is he bubble wrap? I got the rollie on my arm, and I'm pouring Shandong, and I roll the best bloiters, 'cause I got it going on. I'm a nice dude with some nice dreams. See these ice cubes? See these ice creams? No, he didn't. Really? Oh. Eligible bachelor, $1 million boat. That's whiter than what's spilling down your throat. Champagne. The bubbles of champagne are white. The phantom, exterior like fish eggs, the interior like suicide wrist red. Ooh, that's graphic. I can exercise you. This can be your... Really? Come on. Jeez. Phys ed. Anyway. Cheat on... What? This is horrible. Is this what the kids are listening to these days? Cheat on your man, ma? That's how you get a his ed? Oh, sorry. All right, hold on. It's confused expression, not sarcastic expression. All right, here we go. Killer with the beat. I know killers in the street. Wit, the steel that'll make you feel like chinchilla in the heat. So don't try to run up on my ear talking all that raspy. Bleat. Trying to ask me grat. When my bloiters fill your vest, they ain't gone pass me flack. You should think about it. Take a second. Matter of fact, you should take 4B. And think before you bloit with little skateboard P. I must be missing something here. All right, we're going to do one chorus and then move on because I don't know how much I can take. And I don't feel like getting nauseous. So... I'm a gangsta. Of course, what else would you be? But y'all knew that. The big boss with dollar signs, Doug. Yeah, I had to do that. I keep a blue flag hanging out my backside. But only on the left side. Yeah, that's the crisp side. Wait, no, crip side. What's a crip? Is that like a potato chip or something? Ain't no other way to play the game the way I play. I cut so much you thought I was a DJ. Scratches, 2, 1, yep, 3. SNOOPDOGG. I can't fake it, just break it. And when I take it, see, I specialize in making all the girls get more intelligent from reading science textbooks. So bring your friends, all of y'all come inside. We got a world premiere right here. Now get live. So don't change the drizzle. Turn up a little. Got a living room full of fine dime brizzles. Waiting on the pizzle, the dizzle, and the shizzle. G's to the Brizac. Now ladies, here we gizzo. I'm done. Done. D-O-N-E. Because apparently it's good to spell things when you're doing rap. Done. Well, so there you go. That was reading rap lyrics while wearing a confused expression. My expression was so confused today that I couldn't even display it. I was just baffled. Mr. 8-Ball says, thank you. You're welcome. Mavic Ox says, great job, Oxhorn. And we have some applause from Laurie Worthman. Thank you. Better than Snoop. Hey! Right, well, there you go. You've all seen the beginning of my new rap career. I'm going to share a stage with Kesha, is that her name? Later next week. You'll be able to recognize me. I'll be in all black while rolling in my golf cart made of pearls. William Moore says, oh, how the classiness has fallen in the chat. Bring a rap song and that's what happens. It just goes... Too bad we don't have cute little hardcore kitten moderating right now. I may just have to do it myself. Mr. 8-Ball says, more music from you in non-rap form. Well, I do have 2 songs that are kind of in rap form. So if you ever have a moment and you really want to hear my opinions on rap, Google Oxhorn's Lessons on Music, Rap, and then Oxhorn's Lessons on Music, Rap 2, because I didn't have enough time to say what I really felt in Rap 1. I had to make Rap 2. Available on iTunes, by the way. Cheers, ladies and gentlemen. The rap is gone, the shades are off, and therefore the class factor is back to normal. Bottoms up, ladies and gentlemen. William asks, Dear Oxhorn, and yeah, my mustache is starting to fall because it's getting hot in here. The wax is melting. William says, Dear Oxhorn, have you ever played pen and paper RPGs like Dungeons and Dragons? I have, and I've never been good at them. And the reason for that is because I always try to do things just to annoy the game master. So, for example, the first time I really played a pen and paper RPG like Dungeons and Dragons, my brother was the GM, or Dungeon Master, excuse me. He was the DM, and he had spent all this time and energy making this wonderful campaign. And all I wanted to do was make money. And so I started a black market organ selling market where we would go out on adventures, and if we fought an ogre and killed him, I would butcher him then and there and salvage his organs so that I could sell them later. Well, this, of course, was giving me far more money than my brother intended me to have, and he put a quick end to my mischievousness. So, I don't know, I'm not exactly the best kind of player to play those kind of games because I think I would try to mess with people a little bit too much. Durzakill says, how many mods do you have helping you in the Twitch chat? I have enough. But I could always use more. I guess those two contradict each other. Whelps says, sing something. When the moon hits the sky like a big pizza pie, that's amore. Is that what you wanted? Were you thinking of something else? I'm sorry, you just said sing something. You didn't really specify. Well, that was an oxymoron. Aha! Aha! Whoo! Marichu! You are the king of witticisms, my friend. Jeez. Goldbreath says, I'm going to elaborate on Ironbark's idea. Sorry, I must have missed his idea. Why not set up a D&D game with the Scotch and Smoke Rings people and maybe Bean as the GM? I think that would be a lot of work. Really, I think that would be a lot of work. It sounds fun, though. It does sound fun. Yep, my smoke rings are being destroyed by my horrible mustache. Here we go. There we go. Just had to hold it back a little bit. Yeah. Little Timmy says, that looks disturbing. How is that? It's a brush. Is it time for this fine game you have played? It's getting kind of late. Although I do think that my wife has left the house. My wife was going to go on an errand after the show. So I'm not getting any texts. I think I could probably let the show go over today. So it's not going to end right at 8, ladies and gentlemen. If you have other things taking up your time, then by all means, go ahead and do those. But the show will go on longer than usual. Max Key 40K says, I'm going to have to try the organ market the next time I play D&D now. I made a killing. You'd be surprised how many goblins are willing to buy organs from ogres, like ogre spleens, and like black magicians. Sarah Hobu says, I'm glad you're going longer. I started late. Excellent. Mint Boy says, Oxhorn, how long have you had your classy beard? Esmer says, haha, he made a killing. Ha ha ha, whoo. You guys are witty, I have to admit. This is about a year and 8 months. So if you follow my blog, growabeardnow.com, you know that a beard stops growing after about 2 years. It doesn't completely stop. It still grows. But the length that you gain after about 2 years of growth is severely reduced. So I'm almost to the 2-year mark. So I'm pretty excited. Excellent. Doraz says I sent a pic of myself with a beard to the Grow a Beard Now Facebook page. Great. Can't wait to see it. Jersey Kill says the cigar is not yet fully smoked. See, this is the problem when I don't have co-hosts. I'm the only one who can talk. There's no one else here to talk. And I sadly can't smoke out of this side of my mouth and talk out of the other. Although I suppose I could try. So this is me trying to talk out of one side of my mouth or smoking out of the other. I don't know how Wolverine does it, but it's quite complicated. Othwar says, I just clicked on your stream here. What exactly is the point of this? Lol. I'm sure the fans can fill you in. If you're confused at all, go to scotchandsmokerings.com and then oxhorn.com and then growabeardnow.com, and the worlds will sort of piece together in a Lego puzzle of magnificence. Shawarma says, I need a bigger mouth. Shawarma, you're the first person I've ever met who thinks I need a bigger mouth. So this is why I like having you on the show. I wouldn't mind having a bigger mouth. Ninja. Wait, did it fly? No. Ninja of WoW says, beard, grow a beard. Indeed, good sir. Mr. 8-Ball says, stash, grow a stash. Indeed. Grumax says, how does Wolverine do it? He's Hugh Jackman, that's how. I have to hand it to the fellow. That guy is steel personified. I saw a selfie. No, it wasn't a selfie. It was a photo that his personal trainer recently took after having, of course, just had a wonderful launch of the new Wolverine movie. And he's standing in his exercise room, holding enough weights in his barbell that the bar is bending, and yet he's holding it aloft. I'm sitting there going, some guys have all the luck. Ironbark says, buys a round of beards for everyone. Indeed, we need more beards. Inflame says, dude, I love Rafflemow. And then he links to the Rafflemow video. Why, thank you very much, ladies and good sir. I enjoyed making Rafflemow, and I hope you all get to see it if you have not yet seen it. Laura says, I'm going to be the bearded lady. No shame in that. No shame in that. If I was not doing this show, I probably would be in a circus. A classy circus. Inflame says, mk, burb, afk, etc. Yes, yes indeed. N Copper says, some guys have all the luck. Some guys don't have a fat-filled diet and actually worked out. Indeed, that's actually a really good point. He's earned the physique that he has. That's true. Ovarian says, Oxhorn, what is your favorite expansion in WoW? Wrath or TBC or Vanilla? So I loved Vanilla WoW. That was my main thing. I made most of my movies during that period. But in terms of playability, I think Wrath of the Lich King was my favorite. I loved the lore. I loved the art. I loved the setting. It was just so good. There was nothing bad with Wrath of the Lich King. Nothing. I couldn't get into Pandaria. Too many pandas. The Burning Crusade was okay. It just didn't really hit home for me. It was kind of, okay, we're in the Outland. Let's jump between floating crystals and kill red orcs. Not the end of the world, but Wrath, oh, that was great. I loved Wrath. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is 8 o'clock. I'm going to do the show overtime a little bit today, but before you all leave, it is time for a smoke ship. That's right, every week here at ScotchandSmokerings.com, we have a tradition that I end the program with a smoke ship made from your very suggestions. So, better than Gandalf, I will craft something spontaneously that I don't even know what it is yet. So what would you like to see? Is it a galleon? Is it a submarine? Is it a spaceship? Is it some sort of other vessel? Give me your ideas and I will do my very best. All right, we already have ideas on the Scotch and Smoke Rings chat. I'm going to read as fast as I can. Wow, they keep flying by. Time to stretch open this chat. Okay. Mr. 8-Ball says, Part 1. Mr. 8-Ball and Ninja of WoW, while smoking cigars on a beard-shaped smoke fighter jet, throwing Oxhorn's beard growth on classy unbearded men of America, while Greg and Ox chant, Yobo. Part 2, which turns unclassy men into classy gents with beards, all while Ironbark, Kitten, and Autumn cook and eat red snappa and panda bacon cheeseburgers over the smoky remains of hipster gnomes. That's actually pretty great. Ninja of WoW says Oxhorn, Mortusa, Staghorn, and Gornt flying on rusted proto-drakes to save Nova, Gavin, and Lacey from the Stormwind stockades. Hardcore Kitten, Cat, and Mr. 8-Ball are going around Thunderbluff yelling, Yobo! Captain Jack Harkins reading the Tale of Clorne Hastings inside the TARDIS, while Ninja of WoW, Rolleron, Ghoulbreath, and the rest of the Scotch and Smoke Rings fans raid Garrosh Hellscream. Indeed. Autumn says Oxhorn on a fishing boat sailing across a lake filled with red snapper, smoking a cigar and blowing smoke rings in the shape of the letters Yobo. I think I could do that. I could at least get 2 letters in Yobo. Guess which 2? Ghoulbreath says Oxhorn, Ironbark, Ghoulbreath, Autumn, I'm a cute little hardcore kitten, Greg Hartung, and Patrika R on various other chat members are playing Dungeons & Dragons with Beanstalk as the DM, riding a bacon dragon mounted on a panda pizza galleon, sailing on top of an elf skin train. Indeed. Esmer says Shawarma, Ghoulbreath, Autumn, Kitten, and many other fans celebrating Oxhorn's birthday with bacon cake on Wave Grazer and the crew with many fine stories of Oxhorn's many accomplishments. Because I do have so many accomplishments. I like that. Rijoldbik says, what does Yobo stand for? It stands for you only beard once. Makes sense. Inflame says, please Oxhorn say this. What the gufatawa amagali hex what the gaponubs fatawa something or other got to guffluffergerberdem zigmuck. Sorry, I don't perform on cue, so no, I won't say that. Alright. Thunder God says Oxhorn blowing a smoke ship of Gandalf blowing a smoke ship, while crying for Thunder God who fell in the ranks of those who lost their beards while sitting on a pecan pie. Indeed. Durzakill says a large frigate with Gavin, Oxhorn, Nova sailing upon a sea of bacon and beards, searching for the Fountain of Life. Amazing. I would love to find the Fountain of Life. Greg Hartung says Oxhorn, Greg boasting bulging beards, butchering berserking bacon barracudas on a board of tobacco tugboats while screaming Yobo to the cruel sea. I think that is the first smoke ship with alliteration, my friends. All right, look, I'm not doing this just because Greg Hartung was an amazing co-host 2 weeks ago. I'm doing this because of the alliteration. Boasting bulging beards, butchering berserking bacon barracudas on board a tobacco tugboat. How can I say no? All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for Greg Hartung's smoke ship. Pay close attention. If you blink, you will miss it. It will appear before your very eyes in all of its majesty. But then, like life, it will fade away into nothingness. All right, here we go.
The great music of the 1920s and 1930s deserves to have an appreciative modern audience. You can help it find that audience. Why not email your friends right now
Whoa!
right here.
Woo! I hope you didn't blink. If you did, you missed it for the briefest of moments. Before your very eyes, painted in nothing but smoke, was Oxhorn and Greg Hartung, boasting bulging beards, butchering berserking bacon barracudas on board a tobacco tug boat, while screaming, "You only beard once," to the cruel sea. That's just the kind of thing you'd expect here at ScotchAndSmokeRings.com. Seagate93 says, wow, that was detailed. I'm glad you didn't miss it, good sir. Sarah Hobu says, oh, I missed it. I'm so sorry. You know, sometimes it takes coming back to Scotch and Smoke Rings a few times before you see everything. Athwar says, Oxhorn, my real-life friend, just linked me your video now that I now remember you from. Can't believe it's you. Haha, awesome. Thanks for saying my gamer name out loud, bro. Feel honored now. Pleasure to have you here as always. Blue Kajun says, these attributes of yours must have gotten you a really cute girlfriend. In fact, they did. And then she became my very cute fiancée. And then she became my beautiful and lovely wife, who then became the mother of my handsome, dapper son. That is the path one takes. In that order, speaking of, by the way. Autumn says, cute little hardcore kitten, get back on Twitch. I can't log in and fix that right now, but I will. There he is. He says, oh, he's in the other chat. Sorry. I missed that. Hardcore Kitten says that I'll have to ban people on Twitch since his computer decided to crap out on him. All right, well, I will do so with aplomb. Mr. 8-Ball asks a pertinent question that I often get on the show, but it's a good one. It's a good one to ask. He says, do you have any tips on how to get a girlfriend by chance? I may get one. Yes, this is a step-by-step process on how to get a girlfriend. Take notes, all ye single gentlemen. First and foremost, grow a beard. Obviously, that was going to be in here, so you're not surprised. But grow a beard. Second, ladies like it when a gentleman wears his pants at his navel. There are too many men who wear their pants at their hips. That is inappropriate. Wear your pants at your navel. And then if you choose to use suspenders, by all means do so. However, belts are classy in their own way. Thirdly, you're a gentleman and a scholar, so treat your woman like a lady. And a princess if necessary, but not too princessly. Like, when you take her out, you hold out your arm like this, and she puts her arm through yours. You escort her to the movies, where you buy her a fine beverage, and you enjoy something that is not full of vulgarities, right? You go to her father and her mother, and you befriend them, and when the time comes, you say, sir, I would love nothing more than the honor of having your daughter's hand in marriage. There is no father who would hear that and say, oh, you classless jerk. No. Instead, they turn to you and say, you good sir, just found yourself a wife. These are the steps. Follow them, and you will not be disappointed. Mr. 8-Ball says, please post this to YouTube and Facebook. I will have it up on YouTube later. Right now, I gotta do something. One moment. Pardon me while I log in with my online credentials so that I can do some ban hammering. One moment. Cheers, ladies and gentlemen. Bottoms up. There we go. All right. Who can I ban today? Let's see. I'll ban him. And I'll ban him. And I'll ban him. Oh, that's nice. Alright, my muscles are flexed. My ban hammer is in full swing. So beware. Beware. Smoke rings time. William asks, Dear Oxhorn, what is your favorite tobacco pipe in your collection? I'm going to have to say that my favorite tobacco pipe has got to be my Dunhill Briar tobacco pipe. You can tell the Dunhills from the others because the Dunhills have little white dots on them. And I'm getting a lot of lag. All right, time to play a game. I'm going to play one level for you guys, show you how it works, and then you guys can go ahead and wow. Trying to. Cute little hardcore kitten, you picked a very bad time. Because I too am having computer problems. Let's see if they will self-select out. You know, like survival of the fittest. Right. I'll just keep that up for now. Alright, so where is this game that I had up? It was... Huh? Jerseykill says, wait, my friend. 'Tis time for another toast. To your baby Gavin and your fantastic wife Nova. And that celebrate... There we go, there he is. Bam. Ooh, that felt good. That's right. Smashed him on the noggin. That's what I did right there. Well, sometimes the power does get to my head, but better that I have the power than someone less deserving. Sieg says, unfortunately, I have yet to witness you smoking any of your pipes. I really do hope I don't have to wait much longer. If you want to see me smoking some of my pipes, I have some old episodes of Scotch and Smoke Rings up at scotchandsmokerings.com. Just scroll through the episodes section and you'll see all of the amazing things that I use. Hey, cute little hardcore kitten is back and he says I have all the power in the world. Good, sir. I'm so glad. Oh, look, another person we can ban. Ban? Hooray! Oh, good. Fantastic. What was I saying? Oh, yeah, there are other episodes that of me smoking one of my pipes like this. This is one of my gentlemanly pipes. Sadly, my cigar does not fit in this one because the gauge of it is too thick. So therefore, I can't use this. But, cute little hardcore kitten, thank goodness you are here. I am going to leave the banning to you for a moment while I play a game as I promised I would. So here we go. This is... Whoops. This is the new game on Oxhorn.com. It's called The Vikings Revenge, and I've been playing it a bit so you can see that I've already gotten through a few levels. But as you can see, it's a fairly... I'll show you that it's a fairly fun game in just a moment once I get this back up, because I know we can for that. There we go. So the way this works is that you own islands, and you are a shipping magnate. Only you ship Vikings and defeat colonies. That's what you do. So the goal of this is to use a little bit of math and use a little bit of timing and take over island nations before your enemy can. This game is available at Oxhorn.com for free. It's a free Flash game, which is fun to play. So let's click next and see what happens. All right, Battle 19. These are my guys there in red. I've got 40 units. When I go like this, it divides them in half. So I'm going to go over here because it's going to be easier to defeat this one than to spend half of my force on defeating all of these, which have 20 units apiece on them. There are 3 other players on the board, each of them vying for the same resources I am. This teal guy here, this green guy here, and this pink guy here. Now, some of these islands will only regenerate 1 unit per turn, while some of these others regenerate 2. This one regenerates 1. My home base regenerates 1. They regenerate 2. They regenerate 4. These guys regenerate 3. So already I'm... gosh, they really stacked this against me. And none of the ones that I can actually conquer generate more than 1 unit per turn. So this is going to be a waiting game while all of the other units on the map try to take all of the resources.
Thus we introduce and tweak and a splendid orchestra with melodies new and entertaining.
I probably should have waited until my base had more units on it before I sent my men. I'll get this just in time to have like 1 unit left on the map, and then they're going to send someone else to attack me. But the nice thing about playing the waiting game is they all attack each other while you build up your forces. So hopefully I win, and drum roll, bingo, and I won. And some of their units converted to my team. So now I, the red team, have this little unit right here and this little unit right here. Let me move the chats over so that I can actually see what's going on. There we go. So I'm building up a base of units here. The max is 60 for this. The max is 60 for that, and I just lost it because they sent 30 units my way. So I've pretty much lost this match, but this will be a good way for you to see the kind of difficulty that's coming up if you decide to play it at Oxhorn.com. Now all I can do is sit here and wait while everybody else builds up their units. My goal will be to take advantage of weakened islands as everybody kills everybody else. Fun stuff, right? There we go. I've got some sound effects up. I wonder if it's possible for me to increase the speed. Nope, I can't increase the speed. Bummer. Boom! Alright, so my island has got this red circle. That means that I have the max number possible of units. So I'm just going to go down here and try and take over this neutral island. These 3 islands are neutral. They've got gray units on them. That means they're going to be a little easier to take, but even so, I've got 30 units against 29. It's, well, we'll see what happens. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Now, if I regen fast enough, I could take this, but it's looking fairly bad. Again, this also has a 60 unit cap on it, so we'll see what happens here. Bam! Tearing each other up. Alright, so these guys just sent a whole bunch of units to my island. You can see that this airship is on its way, so what I did is I'm taking some units here and sending them there. They move slowly, and once you send some units to go, you can't take them back. So these guys are going to die, but it's also going to take out 30 of my units, which is going to severely weaken me. See, I lived, but now I only have 11 here and 25 here. This guy is on a beeline here, so I'm not going to be able to get that island. And thankfully, these guys are still warring amongst each other, so I don't really have to worry about that. Now, this island has been severely weakened, and had I not been attacked here, I would have been able to send units here and destroy them, but sadly I was attacked. So therefore I can't do anything about it. I just have to regenerate my units. And wait a minute, I think I'm actually They're sending these guys to my main island, not to this little one. They're really trying to attack me. So you can see this is a bad strategy. My island here generates faster than his ship can come and attack me. So I'm going to win, but it's going to severely weaken my island. Oh no, I'm being double teamed. The teal guys are sending 29 units. The purple guys are sending 30 units to my island that only has 37 units. So my only chance of winning is building up my base here with the units that have been accumulated on this bottom island. However, that's going to severely weaken that island as well. Oh my goodness. Oh man, you can see that these kind of games are thrilling. This is the thrill of adventure. I lived, but just barely. Only able to defend what I have, not able to attack others. And I'm done. This guy in the middle here, who owns the greatest resource, because I believe this generates faster than anyone else, just sent 60 units at one of my islands. So no matter what, I'm going to lose one of my islands. I got to figure out which one he's sending them to and then start sending all my units this way. And that's this island right there. So I'm just going to send as many units down here as I possibly can. Abandoning ship! Abandoning ship! Oh! And these guys are attacking me from behind! Oh wait, no, they're skipping over my island and attacking this one. Goodness gracious. Oh. Well, this is a lot of fun. William says this looks like a great deal of fun. It is a lot of fun when you're winning. There's some strategy to it. I've been doing really well. I think I'm on like one of the 19th games, and they get progressively harder. Yeah, so this guy's sending 60 units to attack my 30. Good grief. What can I do? All of the other bases have more than 30 units on them, so there's no way I could defeat them in battle. So I'm boned. As Bender would say, I'm boned, and there's nothing I can do about it. So, just watch myself die. No! Oh! Try again. Cruel. Cruel and unusual. Well, there you go. That was my one... my one game of the Vikings' Revenge. An addicting and fun game in its own right, but tricky at the more advanced stages, I have to admit. FN Max says, so hard to tune in here from Sweden. I appreciate the difficulty, good sir. I'm so glad you were able to come on this fine Thursday night, all the way from Sweden, just to say hello to the viewing several here at Scotch and ScotchandSmokerings.com. Black Shawarma? Wait a minute. Shawarma, do you have an alter ego that is evil? It is going to be trolling the Twitch TV chat. Oh, I sure hope not. It's totally not Ghoulbreath. What do you know? My worlds are colliding here. Dockeye says your beard is magnificent. This is true. I really can't deny it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I have not finished my cigar, but it looks like it's about time that this week's episode end. I've got work to do tonight. I've got to upload this episode to ScotchandSmokerings.com, add some new items to my shop, do some website maintenance, maybe work on some songs. Who knows? Maybe I'm coming up with a new album. I don't know. I'm not saying that for sure, but you never know here at ScotchandSmokerings.com. What kind of cigar is that? Asks Cerobo. This is CC Maduro. This was a gift from a very talented fan. I've been enjoying it. It's a fine cigar. It's spent a few days in my humidor, has soaked up just the amount of moisture, and is delicious. So thank you for coming, ladies and gentlemen, to this week's episode of Scotch and Smoke Rings. Lift your glasses as we bid adieu to this Thursday evening. Cheers, ladies and gentlemen. Bottoms up. Shawarma said, Oxhorn, before you totally log out, was the other item acceptable since I got carded to buy it, which was hysterical. It was more than acceptable. It was magnificent. I can't wait. So thank you very, very much. Good, sir. And thank you, everybody, for coming to this week's episode of Scotch and Smoke Rings. Remember to subscribe to my website, ScotchandSmokerings.com. for this show and classy items. Oxhorn.com for games like the one I just played and other gaming geek-related items. GrowABeardNow.com for beard-related items. And if you just are interested in my thoughts, there's bloggingwithclass.com where you can get my classy thoughts. And of course, buy my novel, The Tale of Cloran Hastings, available for a low, low price wherever good books are sold, and donate to the show where appropriate if it happens that you have the funds. Thank you for coming to this week's episode of Scotch and Smoke Rings. And as always, we say here, be sure, my friends, to stay classy. A few smoke rings before I go. I've been trying to do the Inception thing. Smoke rings inside of smoke rings inside of smoke rings. Yet it's tricky to control your airflow. Almost got it there. Cheers, ladies and gentlemen. See you next week.